sweep the fingertips forward, up and back.
Good morning, it's Monday morning and I thought I would do a what I eat in a week video because they're some of my favourites to watch on YouTube, and I just thought it'd be a little bit fun. So I've already had a coffee in bed this morning and I've done some yoga, one of the 10-minute morning yoga videos with Yoga with Adrian, and I just thought I'd get some breakfast. So I made these muffins last night. They are like frittata style muffins, and they are a Madeline Olivia recipe. They're really tasty. Yeah, so I'm gonna have one of them, and I'm gonna have a smoothie. So I'm gonna put a banana in it. Isn't that just the most annoying thing when you peel a banana and it does that? Why? Anyway, I'm going to put a banana in it. And it's now coming off in bits. I'm going to add some frozen raspberries. And I'm going to top it up with soya milk. So about halfway. And some orange juice as well. And just a splash of water. And blend it. So that's my breakfast. I'm using Tom's plate, that's why it's dirty. Yeah, a little muffin, a smoothie, and I'm also going to have a tablet of calcium and B12, which I try and do every day. So yeah, see you at lunchtime. Hello again. It's lunchtime and I am starving. I've spent all morning scrubbing and cleaning the floors, and I've only done half of them, but there was like bits stuck to them, like builder's footprints, so I had to remove those. That's not interesting. I spent all morning cleaning the floors and now I'm so hungry. So I'm gonna make a chopped salad that I saw on, it's vaguely inspired by something I saw on Pinterest. It has raw broccoli in, and I really like broccoli at the moment. It's just got a vibe. So I thought I'd make that. And it's got like a creamy tahini dressing on it, and I love tahini as well, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some for me and some for maybe Tom to have for lunch tomorrow if he wants. Hopefully that'll be really tasty. It's cute. So I've just gotten back from going into town. I went to get some floor polish. Very exciting. But I also got some other bits. So I've made myself a cup of tea. And I thought I'd show you what I've got. There's some fun things in here. I went to the fruit and veg store on the market, Mike Deb's, for those in Norwich. It's the best. I've got some tomatoes. which I'm gonna roast and do like a soup that I saw on Pinterest, but it's a mob recipe, and it sounds really nice. It's like you roast a tray of tomatoes, and you roast some garlic and ginger in there with it as well. And I just thought that sounded really interesting. I mentioned it to my mum, and she said she loved that idea. And she's coming over to help me with the ongoing process of the floors tomorrow. So I thought I'd cook that for lunch as a thank you. So I've got tomatoes for that. And then I went to the Chinese food store on the market and got this. I don't know if any of you have had this before. This is amazing. It's just the best thing in the whole world. I'm addicted to it. Tom's addicted to it. Every time we have someone over, we give them this and they become addicted to it too. So it's something that we're spreading. So I got 1 jar for us. And I got 1 jar for my parents as well, as a thank you for helping with the floors tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoy that. But I'm going to drink my cup of tea now, and then I might make the soup. I want to make some bread as well. I want to do the upstairs floors. So it's 4 o'clock. So I might be feeling a little bit overambitious, but we'll see how much I get done. I'm going to make bread. I'm going to do the recipe that's on the back of this flour packet, because why not? It's not vegan. It's like a white bread loaf recipe, but I think I can substitute the milk for soy milk and use vegan butter. So we're going to see if that works. My yeast is also a bit dodgy because it's a year out of date, so I'm going to use double and we'll see what happens. It's now 6 o'clock and I'm having a snack. Tom doesn't get home for another hour and a half, so yeah, that's right. Oh my god. I'm so hungry. My bread is proving, which is very exciting. It looks like it's going to work out, so that's really good. And I'm just going to have something that's been kicking around in the fridge for ages, that makes it sound really bad. But there's like peanut butter stuffed dates dipped in chocolate, and they need eating up, and I'm happy to do it. I'm going to hang out the washing and then get started on dinner, which I think will either be chilli or noodles, but we'll see. My bread has finished proving. It's pretty good, but I forgot to preheat the oven, so that's happening right now. Normally I don't think it's important, but I think for bread it probably is, but I don't know. While that is doing that, I'm gonna prep the tomatoes for the tomato soup, which go into the oven to be roasted, so that I can put them in at once, and then I don't have to like worry about like, I don't know, disturbing the bread while it cooks, to put them in, and it gives me something to do in the next 5 minutes, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm cooking this noodle dish for dinner, which already has crap stuck to the page. It's from this book, which is amazing, by Richard Mackin, and honestly, no, God, it's stuck. I love this book. Everything we've cooked from it so far has been awesome, and we haven't cooked this before, but Max and Menna have. And they say it's amazing, so I'm looking forward to trying that. There's chopped mushrooms and shiitake mushrooms and beluga lentils in here, which I managed to find like a sachet of in the supermarket, and now I'm supposed to give it a rough mash up with a fork. It's garlic and ginger tart. Tom just came home and we've served up dinner, and go on Tom, try it and tell me what it's like. We made the noodles, we've topped them with crispy chilli, and we've got broccoli. Yeah. Yeah, and that's today I think, unless we have anything for dessert, which I'll let you know. We're having butterbeer glasses full of Alpro's protein chocolate milk for dessert. Because we're cool. Night night. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Tom got up really early and went on a run. I got up relatively early and joined him for the last 2 kilometres. So that was really nice. It's really cold outside. So it's lovely. bright morning. And then we had for breakfast a couple of frittata muffins each and half a tin of beans. And Tom also had some toast. He cut open my loaf that I made yesterday and it's looking great. I thought I'd just show you. Can you believe I made that? I made that. I think it might be the most successful bread I've ever made, so kudos to the recipe on the back of that packet. That was great. I just had a glass of juice and my pills, Grandma. So yeah, that's what I have for breakfast. I'm going to get on and do some stuff now, but I also wanted to show you what I did with the soup. Well, the vegetables that the tomatoes even, are they a vegetable? The tomatoes that I roasted for the soup, I just put them in the Le Creuset and I thought I'll finish that today. And everything looks super great. All I need to do is blend that up with a can of coconut milk in it and that'll be done for lunch, and obviously reheat it. No one likes cold soup except my dad and he's just weird. This was the recipe for the bread, by the way, if you want it. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
He knows it helps.
It's lunchtime and we've just blended the soup. Yeah, I added a can of coconut milk and I added another can of tomatoes as well because I wanted more soup and I thought it could be a bit more tomatoey, so we're going to have that with some of the bread that I made. What a treat. Good afternoon, it is cup of tea time. My parents have just left. We've made a lovely job with the floors. There's still more work to be done, but they've just left. I'm having a cup of tea. Now time to do a lot of cooking. The kitchen is an absolute state, so I need to deal with that. But first I'm going to bake a cake because it's the bake-off final tonight and I just can't turn up without cake. So I'm going to make the BBC Good Food vegan lemon drizzle cake because it's so quick and easy. I'll do that. Then probably tackle the extreme mess. And for dinner I think I'm going to do something I saw off Pinterest, which was like a fried slab of polenta on marinara sauce with crispy mushrooms and chickpeas. So that's going to be very tasty. Yeah, let's go. Well everyone, I goofed up. I said I was either going to cook the polenta with crispy mushrooms or I was going to do a chili. Well, it's 6 o'clock and I read the polenta recipe and it says it needs to chill for 3 to 4 hours, which I don't have. So can't do that, and the chili would probably take me longer to cook than I've got. So we are mixing it up. I am flying by the seat of my pants. I have looked in the freezer and I know we've got some potatoes that need using, so we're doing sausage and mash with onion gravy. So yeah, I'm going to peel some potatoes. I've put the sausages in the oven. The cake has just come out. It's a bit flat, but what can you do? Yeah, it'll be lovely whatever happens. I've got a bit of a life hack for you. If you ever have leftover cream, this works with vegan cream, I don't know about regular or cow cream, but if you ever have leftover cream, I freeze it in an ice cube tray and then pop them out and put them in a little tub in the freezer. And it basically means whenever I'm making mash, I get a couple of cubes of cream out and put them in the mash, because I don't usually have cream kicking around in the fridge, but cream just makes the best mash. So we're about to have some really good mash. Tom's got home and we're just sitting down for dinner. This is what we've got. Cool, it looks good. Yeah, mash, and thankfully I had the cubes of cream because I didn't have any milk to put in it. We ran out and I just didn't think. A bit of butter, I fried some spring onions and garlic to put in there, and I grated some cheese in there because I wanted cheesy mash, and it hasn't actually ended up that cheesy. Then I made an onion gravy, and it's got the leftovers of gravy from last week mixed into it as well, so that'll be tasty. Richmond sausages and frozen peas and sweet corn. Delicious. Yeah. We're about to head to Bake Off. Tom's just finished singing. We're about to head to Bake Off and I just iced the cake. How cute is that? I was inspired by my very good friend Rosa, who's also done a similar thing on her cake, and I wasn't feeling very creative, so I stole her idea. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I'm up early than usual because it is cold and I couldn't really sleep and I've got a bit of a sore throat. And I came downstairs and I was like, all I want is a cup of tea and we don't have any milk. So instead I've made myself an agave and lemon because we don't have honey. So I'm going to see if that comes to scratch and hopefully it will make my throat feel better. But yeah, that's how this morning is starting. I think I'm going to go and take it back up to bed. Hello again, it's breakfast time. Yeah, and I'm going to have the last 2 frittata muffins, a glass of orange juice and my pills, and I'm going to mix it up by throwing an Amiga pill into the mix. So yeah, that's breakfast. Time to continue the epic floor saga. Hello, I just got back from the shops. It took me an hour and a half to, I don't know, polish the dining room floor, but it looks like nice. It looks a treat. So yeah, I just went out to the shops, obviously to pick up milk because I said we're out of milk. I really like the Co-op oat milk. Co-op on the whole is a fairly ethical supermarket in comparison to some of the others, so I always try and shop there when I can. It is more expensive generally, but I don't find the oat milk to be, you know, hugely different in price compared to like other supermarkets, so that's good. Got some of that. Got some nanas, kind of for breakfast tomorrow, because I'm going to go to the supermarket tomorrow. So this was just like a top up. And then I got some lettuce, some cucumber, some tomatoes which were reduced. That's all for my lunch. Normally I try not to buy sort of fruit and veg wrapped in plastic, but no one's perfect. And walking to the Co-op is only 5 minutes away, whereas the market where I get loose fruit and veg is 15. So that wasn't going to happen. So yeah, I got that, and last but not least, it's gonna seem really weird to some people I think, but I got a mini bottle of red wine solely for the purpose of putting it in the chili that I'm gonna make this afternoon. We don't drink a lot of wine. Tom doesn't really like it, and I have a glass and I'm done, so buying a full-size bottle wouldn't make sense if I'm just going to cook with it, so I bought a miniature one, and I'm going to cook with that later. But now I'm going to have some lunch, and I'm going to have probably, I don't know how much bread is left, but I'm going to have some of that. I'm going to make a sandwich with some turkey seitan that I made last week as like a practice for Christmas and for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to have some of that, which is sliced up, and have a nice little sandwich. I am literally exhausted. I've been doing more floors, but just sat down for a cup of tea and a slice of the cake I made yesterday. I mean, we ate most of it, or at least half of it at Bake Off, and then I left Lucy and Jim a slice. Tom took a slice to work, so I've got the last slice. And yeah, gonna be very tasty on my fantastically horrible, beautiful cat plate. I swear I look more exhausted every time I turn the camera on. I'm going to put the chili on, just so it's got lots of time to like hubble and bubble and be all tasty. I am having a relatively early dinner because I'm off to hot yoga this evening at 7, so I need to eat before that. But I'm going to cook the chili now, and it's the Bosch Ultimate Chili, and it is really tasty. So I'm going to do that. The chili is ready. I'm just going to let it hubble and bubble until I'm ready to eat it. Yummy! Good evening. I'm going to eat now. I'm going to have these with the chili because I don't really care for rice on its own. So I'm not having that. I'm going to have these, which actually Tom got for his birthday, but I don't think he's a big fan of avocado or guacamole. So I'm gonna eat some of them. I won't eat a whole lot, obviously. So he can change his mind if he wants to, but I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have them topped with chili. And cheese, and I'm gonna use the Applewood vegan smoked cheese because it is very tasty. I'm the kind of girl that likes a lot of cheese. Let's move the camera so you can actually see how good this looks. Tasty chili goodness. That's good. Good evening. I just got back from yoga. Tom came and met me and we ran home. You've just had dinner, but I ate beforehand. And I wouldn't say I'm still hungry, but I know that if I go to bed without eating now, I'll be really hungry in the middle of the night. So we're gonna have a banana split with obviously bananas. This ice cream, this Ben & Jerry's flavour with the Tonys in it is amazing. So we're gonna have that. Fuck yeah. Good morning, it's Thursday. We got up early, I've been for a swim, Tom went to the gym, and now we are home and we are hungry. So Tom has put cauliflower hash browns and sausages in the air fryer, and I'm gonna make scrambled tofu to go with it, and we might have the last of the bread as well. So it's gonna be a tasty little breakfast. Hello. I'm just eating a cube of salted caramel fudge from Ernie's Refill shop in Norwich. I've just been to the doctor's to have a coil fitted, and it's not that bad, but anyone who has one will know it's not the most fun procedure to go through, and I feel a bit sorry for myself. So and also you get kind of cramps afterwards and it's a little painful afterwards. So I'm on the sofa with the duvet, festive side up. Tom lit a fire and I'm eating fudge to make me feel better. I got soup for lunch and we're watching Gavin and Stacey. Hello, it is 5 o'clock. Tom's talking to the cat. I'm feeling pretty crap, and I'm just having a snack. I'm having walnuts while Tom makes dinner, which is very exciting. December the 1st, so pinch punch first of the month, and also happy Christmas. Yeah, I didn't film much last night because I felt really ill. I actually fell asleep on the sofa, which is quite dreamy to be fair. So yeah, I had the coil fitted yesterday, and that obviously, as expected, like it meant I had cramps for the rest of the day. But I also took some kind of like codeine painkiller, like a Codamol, and that made me feel really nauseous. So not only was I like feeling rubbish because of the cramps, because of the coil, I was also feeling sick. So that wasn't much fun. But Tom cooked Callum Harris's mac and cheese for dinner. Let me see if I've got the book. From this book, which is amazing. Our favourite vegan cookbook. It's so good, whether you're vegan or not. I mean, this, I think, is just the best book you could get. It's so good. So we love that book. I love the mac and cheese from there. We went rogue off the meal plan again because I needed some comfort food. So Tom did Callum's mac and cheese, which is made with like a cashew and silken tofu sauce, so it's full of protein, and he added broccoli, fake chicken and tempeh bacon. It was a bit weird, not gonna lie, but maybe it's just because I was feeling ill. So we had that, and then as a treat I had a cup of tea and a yum yum for dessert. Now let me see if I can find the packet. They were in the bread bin. These, I don't know if any of you have ever had these before. These are amazing. They're from the Co-op, and they're one of those accidentally vegan products, because I don't know if it says it on it, but they are fantastic and they are my favourite thing, and he came back from Co-op with them as a treat to make me feel better, and it kind of worked, but then shortly afterwards I did fall asleep on the sofa. But yeah, that's all good. So yeah, today is Friday. I'm having a cup of tea. It's still before 7, so it's a bit early, but I think after my long nap on the sofa last night I didn't need as much sleep as usual. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. I've also just made Tom a hot chocolate. Lucy got him this for his birthday, and I put it in this cute little festive mug. Time to go and open our advent calendars. I'm making a smoothie for breakfast to share with Tom. We've got banana in here, mixed berries, cranberry juice and soya milk. I don't know what it will be like because I wouldn't normally put cranberry juice in a smoothie, but it needs using up. Did you actually do that?
I did, I was gutted. I saw lots of video content.
I just thought I'd show you, so Tom went to Ernie's yesterday, which is a refill shop in Norwich. I mentioned I got the fudge from there. He went there while I was having my coil fitted. I know who I would rather be, but because I couldn't go, he took some videos of what it's like in there, because it's a wonderful place. If you love like a refill shop, anything that kind of sustainable stuff, it's like heaven. It's amazing. So I thought I'd show you what he got aside from the fudge. So in an old fairy liquid bottle, he got some washing up liquid. Filled up a rapeseed oil, which is always so good because oil's quite expensive from supermarkets anyway, and this is so reasonable, and we can just reuse the glass bottle again and again and again, and honestly it makes me so happy. He forgot to get olive oil, I'm noticing, unless it's already out. He refilled his shower gel, Faith in Nature, some cocoa powder, chili powder, curry powder, so many powders. I think, no, there's lids and bits and pieces everywhere. Some brown rice. He also got the macaroni that we had yesterday, and there's still more of it. It's in a jar up there, which I won't get down because I can't reach. Mum has come over and she wants to go to the refill shop today, so we might go back. But that means I could get olive oil, so that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, that's what he got from Ernie's. Best place, if you're in Norwich, definitely go and check it out. It's lunchtime and we're just about to go out into the city. I'm having a portion of chili with the rest of those nachos, and Mum is having the last portion of tomato soup. Yummy. Good evening. We have just been to the pub, which was lovely. I had a mulled cider, it was delicious. And now Tom's going to be home in about an hour and the house is a state. What else have I done today? It's a very good question. So I'm going to try and tidy up. Don't know if Mariah's too loud. I'm going to try and tidy up and I'm going to cook dinner. Once again, I was planning to do the polenta dish, but I've failed yet again because I went in the fridge and I didn't have the ingredients. Don't know why, because I planned to do it, but they weren't there. So I'm going freestyle, and I'm going to cook one of Tom's favourites, because we've got tofu left in the fridge, and I bought some kalettes at the market today. So I'm going to do like a soy sauce marinated tofu with rice and kalettes. Cool, so I've just put the tofu into marinade. There is light and dark soy sauce in here, sesame oil, regular oil, and agave syrup, and some chopped up chili and ginger. So I'm just going to let that sit basically while I get on with some other jobs. Tom's home, so I'm now going to fry off the tofu and cook some rice and the kalettes, which I'm going to put in the oven with maybe some crispy chili on them, and let them get nice and crispy. They take about 10 minutes. So yeah, that's going to be dinner tonight. Didn't get around to doing a meal plan today. But I'll do it tomorrow morning when Tom's on a run. Tofu is the tits. I've put some peas and crispy chili oil into the rice, and that's just having a bit of a fry off. The tofu's done. I'm just waiting for the kale because I didn't turn the oven on time. Whoa. Good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's quite early. Tom's already gone out on his run, bless him. Amazing work from Tomo. And I am gonna do the meal plan, and the first step of that is coming downstairs and taking a look at what's in the fridge, what's in the cupboards, seeing what we need and what needs using up. So I'm gonna do that now. This cupboard is a state, but I know what's in there, so that's all that matters, right? I've checked out the fridge and the cupboards, I've made a nice list, and now I've come back to bed because that is where I'm going to do the meal plan from, because coming back to the bed is the best thing in the world. I've got a stack of cookbooks, I've got my laptop, a notebook, a glass of orange juice, and I'm going to have my advent chocolate. So every week or so, or as often as I remember, I write my meal plan in this little book. So that's going to be today's, but there's loads of other meal plans in here. I also write down any recipes that I've seen online, or any time I need to remember something. What else have we got in here? Yeah. So it's great to have this because it's really good to look back and see things that I've done in the past, because it can just be inspiring when I'm out of inspiration. I've also bought a stack of my favourite cookbooks upstairs. I've already mentioned this one. Great book, and really fun. I've got loads of time off at the moment. Really fun, more involved recipes that you can do. So loving that. Actually, don't know why I brought this up. It was just out on the side because I did the chili, but I might have a look through that. This is a great book that's on loan from my brother, but it's full of really tasty things. Love that book. This I have not cooked from much, because again the recipes are very involved and not really sort of typical weeknight meals, but now I've got a bit more time on my hands. I'm going to try and cook a little bit more from that. And finally, the Holy Grail, Calm Harris's 20-Minute Vegan. Yeah, I could go on about this book, it's really great. So I'm just writing down my meal plan here. Obviously the polenta that we didn't have this week because I was missing the cream, and then I've gone on to a tagine. But the thing I wanted to mention was, neither of these recipes, although they look very tasty, had a big source of protein in, and as we're both vegan, that's something that we really care about. Tom does a lot of running, and I don't do quite as much exercise. It's still important to get a good source of protein, not just if you're vegan, but I think, probably a lot of meat eaters and vegetarians don't get enough protein either. I know my parents who still eat meat probably don't eat enough protein, particularly when they're eating veggie meals. So for us, protein is always a big consideration in meals, and if there isn't one in a recipe, then I will add it. So often add chickpeas to things, or tofu, just to make sure that we've got some protein, because that's so important. So on Instagram, I have a saved collection called Food, which is where I save everything that I want to cook, everything that I think looks amazing. So many things on here. A lot of these things I've done, but yeah, they're just like my favourite food bloggers, food creators. And I always come here as a first port of call when I'm doing the meal plan, to see if there's anything on here I want to cook, anything I want to try, and I would really recommend setting one of these up because it makes meal planning so much easier. I also have the same on Pinterest, lots of tasty meals on here that I can do or that I have done, and again, it just makes life so much more simple. That's the soup I did, that tomato soup. And yeah, really like having this on my phone. This is an example of my shopping list, which I have on the Google Keep app, and both Tom and I update this as we go through the week, making sure that we add anything that we need. And I've also just done this as I went through the cupboards. I added all these canned items that I knew we would need, so this is a great thing to have as well. Obviously we don't eat sardines, but Vinny does and he loves them. Alongside that list, I also have this one, which in addition to the book is where I write my meal plan once I've kind of done it in the book, and also write things that need using up, things that need freezing. The polenta is still on there, I still plan to do it, and then through the sort of last week when I've had like a thought or a craving for some food, I put it on a section called next week so I can remember the things that we want to eat. But also what's really good about this list is that everything that we've ever had is on here, because we're both quite good at updating this. So there's 406 meal plan ideas in here, so when I'm feeling really stuck for inspiration, I just scroll through this until I see something that I liked or something that we made that was really tasty. Yeah, it's really helpful and really helps like streamline life, doing a meal plan and having these lists. Phew, I think I'm done with the meal plan. It took me ages, but I wanted to do a really good job so that we're not back and forth from the supermarket or the corner shop this week because we've forgotten to buy things, because that's just annoying and it costs so much extra money because you never just buy the thing you need. So hopefully I've done a nice thorough job. I'm just going to get ready, then I'll go to the supermarket. I'm gonna go to Aldi first and then go to Sainsbury's to get everything I can't get in Aldi. Also you'll see on my list that it's split into, apart from sort of Sainsbury's and Aldi, it's generally split into different shops, so I know where things will be, and also split into different aisles in the supermarket. But some of the veg I will either get on the market myself or Tom will get during his lunch break in Southwold, to try and get it with less plastic. But yeah, it'll be fun. It's midday and I just got home from the supermarket. It was a mistake going without breakfast, but I've come home to the nicest thing. Tom put me little Danish pastry in the oven. Yum, yum, yum. These are from Ernie's. They come frozen and then you cook them from frozen and they're amazing, so I'm very happy. Vinny's looking for the treats I bought him. Yeah, where are they? Where are my sardines, Mummy? We're going to unpack the bags now and show you our favourite things. Tom is looking for hash browns. I got 2 packets of hash browns because the other one I'm going to use to top that shepherd's pie in that Richard Muckin recipe, which is going to be excellent. The other frozen thing I got from Aldi was some mince, and I'm going to get the frozen sandwich stuff. The cat has just chewed open the edamame beans. I think his treats are in the same bag, so that's maybe why he was confused. Vinny, I got these little treats for Vinny. And basically I bought tons more crap. I spent 50 quid in Aldi and 50 quid in Sainsbury's. I got 3 big proper full bags in Aldi, and for the same amount in Sainsbury's I got like 1. But what can you do? Sainsbury's is full of all the stuff, the like higher price stuff that you can't get in Aldi. That's what I got. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video about food, what I eat, how I meal plan, that kind of stuff. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.